Hey, it's Annabelle. This is my textured short hair tutorial. It's to imitate natural waves, and I do this every day rather than curling because it's quicker, so it's more practical, and I never wear my hair straight because I like volume. My hair is naturally pinned straight and air dries this way because I don't own a blow dryer, and some days I get bedhead because my bangs were wet when I put it in a headband so I can have a face mask on, and it dried like this overnight. So I'm going to tame that and set it aside to worry about later because it was actually pretty extreme. It's best to work in sections from the shortest layer up so that nothing gets in your way and you also don't accidentally miss out on anything, so I do this twice. I need to deal with the bluntness of the bottom layer or else it's going to show a tiny bit underneath the rest of the wavy hair and poke out really obviously. I get as close to the root as possible and make a curve inwards, twisting it more so at the very end so to pronounce that shape. And this will become the base of what I like to think of as my mushroom cap silhouette. It will be the widest part and push out the hair on top of it as well. I try my best to get everything, and in the back where I can't see, I just feel out for the straight pieces, and with practice, I can be more careful and get closer to the scalp without getting burnt. And I've never hurt myself with this, so just be careful when you're first starting. Now my bangs are drier, but not quite ready still, so I'm heating them up more, and this is what they normally look like in the morning. This wavy hairstyle lasts me 3 to 4 days, and my bangs are the only thing I need to touch up every morning, so it's really convenient. Releasing the next section of hair now, I leave only a small portion on the very top that has the longest front pieces which frame my face. And it's the same portion that you take up if you were trying to tie a small bun or a ponytail at the top for those half up, half down hairstyles. The shape of the next layer is 2 curves, first going out for 2 inches and back in for 1. I emphasize the waves that's protruding out since the in-between is just to hold the structure together, and it looks more natural this way for the inward wave to be less prominent. And I leave the first couple inches straight from the root so that the waves fall right, and at the very bottom the curve needs more hair because it's curling in and giving my bob that pointed edge and a bottom heavy shape. As I go further back, it's hard to reach, so I twist the straightener around like that. It doesn't really matter as long as the waves are going in. One important thing to note though is to hold the straightener in a gradual diagonal going lower towards the face, and it makes it easier to hold the straightener but also accentuates an A-line look. Even if your hair isn't cut that way, I think it looks nicer and also more natural rather than neat rows all across. And currently I'm just feeling for anything that I might have missed. It's harder to go back once you've let the top section down. So when all looks good, it's time to let the top section down. And before moving on to that, I'm going to do the bangs. When straight, they hit about eyebrow level. That's the length I cut them at. And they look like curly macro bangs when I style them. And I've learned that I should keep straight until a third of the length down and really get the curl towards the end so it sits the way I like. Because in the past, I didn't know that, and that's how you get mustache bangs or tarantula leg bangs. And also for the very side pieces, you pull them off at an angle so it frames your face. And now for the last section, I start with the piece closest to my face and work back. And the first wave begins around the eyebrow level, and it's the same process, except there is an extra curve for the extra length. It does depend on your hair part though, because it would be the same on both sides if you have a middle part like me, but for a side part it'd be 3 or 4 curves on one side and then 2 on the other. And I care about these strands the most because it's what's the most visible, and I definitely go back to retouch it. And especially the curve at the bottom takes a couple tries sometimes, and the pieces closest to my chin I make sure to curve around my fingers and it cools in a point. I get it as wavy as possible when I style it because it will fall flat the next couple of days when I sleep on it, but the texture will still remain, so I buy myself some time and I don't have to go back and retouch so soon. I normally just wash my hair and start this process all over again. So this is it to my very simple textured hair look. I will do another one where I curl it, which is a different look. It is quite poofy on the first day, so I oftentimes pin up the crown area like this, have this hairstyle for the first day or 2, and later on it falls flat and it looks different, but I like that it's wearable because I don't wash my hair every other day. This is it to the tutorial. I hope that you found this helpful, and I will see you very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!